interest of time. Our condolences to the family of General Ogolla, Mama Irene, my sisters Acheng and Mudhoni, and Brother Joel, and all the relatives. Not just from me and my siblings, but from the young people of Kenya. Kenya has lost a chief of defense forces, but as young people, we are deeply saddened because we have lost our mentor and our champion. Without a doubt, a very high percentage of our defense forces is made up of young people, but General Ogola's influence went beyond our young people in the defense forces to those in various leadership positions and fields such as the climate space, sports, health practitioners, and many more. Some messages I have received from the young people. I met him last year and he spoke so highly of the Africa Youth Climate Assembly and even inquired on how we could mainstream the culture of environmentalism and climate action in the forces. We might still need to do this in his honor. Another one, I am still in disbelief. I read his last text to me a time like now last month and I just broke down. He truly was our champion. May he rest in peace. Personally, I met General Ogolla only once, but once was enough for me to experience his kindness, his genuine care, and love for the young people, and his determination to support us to succeed. His death has hit my team members and I so hard, because in the fight for youth inclusion, many listen to us, but few encourage, support, advise, guide. General Ogolla was among the few. I really don't know if we'll ever find another one like him, but as young people, in his honor, we aim to live a life like his, of good character, humility, and integrity. May the soul of our mentor and our champion rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charlene. Our message will be a two-part message. I will deliver the message to the country and my brother will come on up and deliver the message for the people of Siaya County and its borders. Ladies and gentlemen, it is such a privilege to stand before you today. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, God is good. God is good all the time, and his plans for us are always good. His plans are especially good for those that love him, and my father loved him, and my mother loved him, and I loved him. So even though I cannot make sense of the events that happened this week, I give God praise, and his praise will not leave my lips because he is good. He has seen beyond today, he has seen beyond the next 100 years, and he saw that this was good, so I give thanks. So let us not entirely lose ourselves in the morning. Let us celebrate a life well lived together. Bless the Lord with me. I want to talk about one thing, and one thing only. I had many, but I'll focus on one thing, his pursuit of excellence. I posted about my father for the first time ever. Immediately, Joel confirmed that he was actually dead. He did not like social media. He did not like being in the limelight. He appreciated just doing his work in the silence, not having people talk about it. So not many people knew he was my father, and not many people knew we were related. But I was deeply, deeply, deeply inspired by his work. I'll pause for a second as our brothers take their respect. Thank you, friends. God bless you. So I'll talk about his pursuit of excellence. In the aftermath of my post, I thought I was only posting it to my global team so that people know where I am and why I'm missing for a month or more. And it blew up, and I didn't expect that. But I promised I'd tell stories of his pursuit of excellence, and I'll tell two memorables right here, right now. A couple of people were digging around and asking, how is it that his daughter did all these things? She got her engineering degree from MIT and from Stanford and a business degree from Cambridge. Like, what kind of parent creates and upbrings children like this. And I'm here to share with you the kind of man that raises children like me. And I wish I could talk about Joey, but he likes his privacy even more. He's amazing and smart as well. Now, parents, if you're wondering, how do I get my child to change not just Kenya, but the world? Live it. Our children learn by how we show up in this world. And people here have stolen my speech because I was going to talk about how he gave 110% to everything. He never needed to tell Joey or I, work hard, read hard, because we saw him. We saw him do it. Even before I was born, he was reading the Bible cover to cover every year. And on hard years, like 2022 was a hard year in our family, he read the Bible cover to cover twice. And there's a competition, and I'm the slowpoke on my family, but because we saw him to change the world, it's not telling them, it is doing. And because he never used to talk about his reading of the Bible, he actually just used to show it. Now, when we talk about his work and his pursuit of excellence, he worked as if he was working for God. He had an audience of one. Anything he was doing, he was working for God and God alone. And we saw it. Let me tell you, this man,